Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a hilarious video for you here today from Cosmic Verse titled, Where Are All of the Single Men? Women are trying to find their husbands in Home Depot. Okay, so women are becoming so desperate these days to find a man, to find someone to settle down with, especially as they approach their 30s, that they are quite literally resorting to looking in Home Depot to find their dream man. Of course, what this dream man means, guys, is somebody who's going to repair their house for them, repair everything, pay for the house. They need a handyman, okay? They need a servant, essentially. But guys, today's video was sent to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the video description. But without further ado, let's just jump right in.
They said, come to Home Depot and find you a man, so here I go.
I've asked out like 5 guys this week. They're all busy. Sunday night, really?
I want to be passed around so bad, but my boyfriend just wants a monogamous relationship.
Home Depot has become a shopping mall for husbands.
This man told me the other day that because I'm a woman and because I'm 31, that I'm expiring.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can...
They're desperately searching for a savior. Hold the line.
They said, come to Home Depot and find you a man, so here I go. I'm at Home Depot, yeah. And I said, a man. Oh, wait.
I've asked out like 5 guys this week. Hey, free Sunday night, you want to grab dinner? They're all busy. Sunday night, really? It's just a chill night. Dinner, drinks.
I love how nonchalantly some of these women brush this off. Like, oh yeah, I'm trying to ask you out. Why won't you go out to dinner with me? We all know that the man is going to be the one who has to pay for this dinner date that you are suggesting in the first place. I don't think many of these women, when they are trying to get a man, as it were, ever sit down and ask themselves the question, why should he do this? Okay, it's always, wow, men should be chivalrous. Men should take us out on dates. I should be able to have a husband simply because I exist. But these women never actually ask what it is that the man might want from them. They never care to ask this question, guys. Have you ever noticed that? All of these videos, all of these dating gurus from women on TikTok, all of this stuff, never once do they question what a man might want.
Doesn't have to be late. We could meet up at 6. Not a single one is available. What's wrong with me?
The dating game has also changed. So the reason why men don't chase as much anymore is because they can easily go onto Tinder, go onto a dating app, and they can start swiping and find another database of women that they can start flirting with or love bombing, and do the same. It will be a consistent cycle with them until...
This is not true at all. Women have this very bad misconception that all men have a ridiculous amount of options on these dating applications. That's not true at all. It's actually a very small fraction of men who go on these dating apps that have all of these options, right? But what women do is they take a very, very small percentage of men, and then they think that every single man is the exact same. They have no idea, guys. They take, quite literally, if you were to look at women's swiping habits on Tinder, you would realize this very quickly. Men do not have a lot of options. The average man is completely passed over. He is ignored. None of these women, even the ones with neck tattoos, want those particular men. Okay? But this woman is a little bit right in that the dudes at the top, yeah, they have no reason to date you. They're going to not take any of you seriously because a lot of these women, particularly women in Western countries, are not worth taking seriously in the first place.
Until they find somebody who's going to tolerate the bare minimum that they can give. So that's why it's important for you to understand what your standards are. Because if these guys are not meeting those standards or giving you what you need, then you need to let go. instead of allowing it to progress, thinking that they're going to change or improve their behavior, and then for you to have to let go of them at a later stage where it's going to be slightly more difficult and painful.
Yeah, this is a whole bunch of word salad. The translation here is the man doesn't want to give me commitment. So yeah, that's really what these women are complaining about. Oh, I'm not getting the bare minimum. He's not behaving the way I want. Yeah, obviously he's not. He doesn't want to take you seriously. Anyone with a set of eyes and a functioning brain can sit there and tell you that the man does not want to take you seriously. But women these days, guys, they can't work it out. They chase some Chad on dating applications. They chase the dudes that they're highly attracted to, and then they're really shocked when these men don't want to commit to them. I find it funny, guys, how when women are treated like an option, it's always like this huge issue where they deserve better and they need to get their standards set and all of this nonsense, right? But these same women will treat the majority of men this exact same way and not even understand it. It's so crazy.
What these women don't realize is that these so-called standards they have is keeping them single. They call it standards, but it's more like delusion, and most men today will not chase a woman simply because it's not worth it, not worth the risk, not worth the efforts. They'd rather protect their peace.
Okay, I was just humbled the most I've ever been humbled. I'm at Home Depot, and you know how all the girls do that little trend where they're like, just walk around Home Depot and pretend like you're lost to find your next guy. Literally, nobody helped me or even like approached me. I was there for an hour, and I was just like kind of walking around. I had some stuff I actually had to pick up, but like, that's embarrassing for me.
Before we continue on to this next woman who's already yelling as I pause it 0.2 seconds into the video, I just want to point this out for a second, guys. Number one, women's version of trying is just putting themselves in an area for an hour. And granted, guys, you know, this used to be the thing back in the day. You would have traditional women and they would put themselves in positions to be courted by men. The problem is these days is that these women are not worth courting at all. I mean, you try and court the wrong woman these days, guys, and you are going to be catching a court case. So no thank you. Random men are probably not going to approach you. You can thank Me Too for that, so have fun with those. But I want to point this out, guys, that these women are very specifically going to Home Depot because they want that stable guy. You know, they want that handyman, the man who's going to fix everything for them, drive them everywhere, solve their problems. Okay, they want a problem solver, they want a provider. And notice how it's also typically a lot of older women who are going here and doing this, right? The women who are getting into their 30s. Now they start to need that serious relationship because they can't find anything. Guys, the moment a woman tells you that she cannot find a relationship, that is an incredibly large flag, a red flag, because women have a ridiculous amount of options. Okay? When a woman tells you this, what she's essentially saying is, the average man is beneath me. That's the translation. The average man is beneath me. I want a very physically attractive man. And that's, you know, that's the type of man that I'm chasing. And I will not give up on that dream ever, essentially. They'd rather be alone with cats than give up on that dream a lot of the time. Let's continue into the next clip here.
Embarrassing for me.
I've got a new question for you guys. Why do you think guys no longer want to get married? Here's what I think. I think MGTOW men have allowed themselves to be influenced by social media into believing that all women are feminists or feminazis. But in real life, you can tell people what you're looking for and what it is that you want. There are women out there that are looking for something that could be very much alike to what you're looking for.
Nice try, madam. I'm still not going to risk half, if not all, of my things and my potential kids. You know, I love this kind of argument, right? Because the women are saying, why don't men just get married? You know, they can go out there and they can find a woman with similar values, right? Now, not every woman is going to completely ruin your life and take you to divorce courts. Here's the thing. Every woman can. right? This woman is misconstruing the argument that's being made here. Men don't want to get married a lot of the times because they don't want to be screwed over. Yes, a lot of modern Western women are also terrible options. They're that. But I'm not sitting here saying all women are like that. What a lot of dudes are saying is, hey, listen, I don't even want to get married. I don't even care who the marriage contract is to. The fact is, it's a contract, and the government can step into my life and essentially steal things from me on quote-unquote behalf of the woman. So no, I will not sign this contract. I don't care how great your morals are, okay? But, you know, as a matter of fact, the way it works right now is that women are incentivized to break these things. Okay, so no thank you. Nice try. Don't try again.
Maybe you've been hanging out with shallow or greedy people, and well, maybe that's on you and what you've been putting out there. But I think women don't reflect what the media says about them, and neither should you. Now, what's your opinion?
Over.
This woman, what is this, like, gaslighting that's going on here? Yeah, guys, you know, just go out there, sign those marriage contracts. Everything's going to be fine. Women are not all as bad as the media says they are. First of all, modern day media paints women as absolutely fantastic, infallible characters. Guys, you look at modern day movies, for example, just pick a random, I don't know, some animated one. I swear pretty much every single damn time there's a new movie, the way the characters work is this. The protagonist, the man, is typically an oaf who's so stupid who can't do anything for himself whatsoever. There's like this girl that he has a crush on, and then the girls are always highly competent. And then the villain is always some evil old dude. You know? Women are all, like, I believe this was like in the, I saw this in the newest Guardian of the Galaxy movie. I made the mistake of trying to watch that garbage. All of the women completely competent. All of the men, barring the one that was deceased for the majority of the movie, were all completely incompetent. So no, modern women are actually portrayed pretty damn well in modern day media. Not necessarily on my channel, for example, or over here on YouTube some of the times, but that's because we don't run out of clips that the women post themselves. You know, it's like, this is not modern day media. This is what the women are choosing to post. I'm just covering it. You see what I'm saying? But let's continue with the video.
Over 50% of marriages end in divorce, and 70 to 80% of those are initiated by the woman. There is literally nothing in it for us. If I mess up, I lose everything in court. If you mess up, I still lose everything in court. What was the question again? Women, dogs, and children are loved unconditionally. Men are loved on the condition they provide something. I lived it. What she meant to say was that men have allowed themselves to see the truth, to realize that keeping on trying is a waste of their efforts. I'm sure somewhere in the world there are good women. You only need a passport to explore your options.
News. And you know what? This is what a lot of men are doing these days. You know, people will make fun of these guys who go to other countries. They'll call them all sorts of names and insult them and things like this. But the fact of the matter is, the reason why men are leaving these Western women behind is because they don't want relationships with them. A lot of these girls are incredibly entitled. They've been on social media for far too long. Since they were incredibly young, a lot of these women these days have been on social media. They've been getting validation from dudes. And it's like, at a certain point, guys, these women essentially become corrupted, right? They get such a high level of entitlement from the validation and the random men on social media that they think that they're above the average man. You can go out there, and I mean in particular about your looks, right? Because they're always chasing the dudes at the top in terms of looks. But you as an average man, you can go out there and you can give women absolutely everything that you possibly can. You know, you give them flowers, you're even paying the rent, you're being a nice boyfriend, you're doing everything you can to keep her happy. And the dudes who go out here and do this, these dudes who do this, they oftentimes get treated like trash, and then the woman just tries to quote-unquote upgrade him anyway. I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes watching this right now, you've probably had many girlfriends in your life who have tried to ditch you for a guy who makes more money or who is just more attractive and things like this. And at a certain point, dudes just stop putting in the effort. You know, you try and convince men to be chivalrous for you, And it's like, no. You've been, you know, dudes go out here and they be chivalrous, they open doors for women, and they're told, we don't need you to open doors for us. I'm a strong, independent woman. I can handle it. And so the men say, okay, handle yourself then. And they say goodbye. And then the women cry and complain. Oh, why aren't men getting married? Why aren't men pursuing relationships? And the problem is that in a lot of Western areas with these Western women, there's not actually a lot of benefit for men to do this in the first place. But let's keep going with the video here. What does this say? Engagement announcement gone wrong.
Tiffany's no longer my girlfriend.
Thank God, dude. That woman was the craziest person I've ever met in my life.
Hold up. We're engaged now. She's my fiance. She's no longer my girlfriend. She's my fiance.
What the hell, Mike?
I am so sorry that she's your fiance. Bye.
Oh my God!
Did you cheat on me?
I was ovulating. You don't know women. You haven't grown up with women. My body, I was just listening to my body. We are chemically created. I have this chemical thing in me where I have to reproduce. My body, I was just listening to my body, you know? I was at the club, there was a man there, cute, a couple drinks in. I was like, my body was like, reproduce.
What are you talking? So you're blaming science for you cheating on me?
Yes, I had no control.
Okay, yeah, you didn't have to go home with him.
You obviously don't understand what it's like being a woman. Like, my body is chemically built so that I have to reproduce, and I was just listening to my body while I was ovulating.
Yeah, this is where you just throw the entire woman out, guys. Again, so let me get this straight. Does that mean that because I have significantly more testosterone in my body than women, and testosterone typically makes males more aggressive, does that mean that I have to, you know, I have the right to go out and assault people because I was listening to my body? You don't know what it's like to have all of this testosterone. I have to let it out somehow. You know, at a certain point, guys, you can say all this and that and this and that, but at the end of the day, you have to be responsible for your own actions. This kind of reminds me of like people who go out there and commit very horrendous crimes. You know, we've got those serial murderers and things like this. And then you're trying to pull the argument, oh, but they had a bad childhood. Okay, still lock them up, you know? You know what I'm saying? So this woman's sitting here and she's like, well, the chemicals in my body made me cheat. Okay, still don't care, first of all. That's a really bad excuse. Second of all, you still cheated, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But you know, guys, I didn't know we could make this excuse. You know, let's just start saying that we have so much testosterone and then use it to excuse any behavior that we realistically want. Because apparently, you know, that's what this woman is doing. So by that logic, we can too.
Okay, yeah, you didn't have to go home with him.
You obviously don't understand what it's like being a woman. Like, my body is chemically built so that I have to reproduce, and I was just listening to my body while I was ovulating. My body was screaming.
All right, well,
my eggs were like, let me intertwine with his sperm.
All right, fine. I cheated on you too.
You know how it worked. What?
I cheated on you too then.
What the fuck? Your body's not built the same way. You're an asshole.
Okay, I didn't cheat on you. I just wanted to see how you like it. It fucking sucks.
Men suck. You guys are the worst.
I'm
not sure if this is a skit or not. I really hope that it is, but notice the double standard here.
Sure how real this is, but she turned into a biologist all of a sudden. Her excuse was that she was ovulating.
This poor dog, man. Look at this dog. The dog's like, save me, please. Let me out of its clutches. This poor thing. It's stared into the abyss, guys, and it wants to be let free. Holy hell.
What a joke. This man needs to walk away.
One-night stands made me feel emboldened, but in reality, I was using sex like a drug, trying unsuccessfully to fill a hole inside me with men. Pun intended. I told myself I didn't care. I didn't care when a man ghosted me. I didn't care when he left in the middle of the night or hinted that he wanted me to leave. The walks of shame, the blackouts, the anxiety. The lie I told myself for decades was, I'm not in pain, I'm empowered.
You're so
I
empowered.
knew it would be hard to read this. Looking back, it isn't a surprise that I lied to myself, because from a young age, sex was something I was lied to about.
When your mom asked you to go to
No accountability whatsoever. You know, whenever the women start crying in these video clips, guys, it's just so damn funny to watch. So this woman is crying because she's reading a story from another woman who regrets going out there and being a 304. Not my problem. And I love how they try and blame it on, like, I was convinced, you know, I was brainwashed to end up in all of these different dudes' beds, guys. Please feel sorry for me. I'm a victim. No. Keep the tears coming. Makes for great content. Very funny stuff. Let's keep going.
Yeah, do I need to go to Lowe's too while we're at it, while I'm already out? Like, because can a man understand that when you are young, you are not, I'm not saying I slept with 100 people, but you know, I would go and meet different guys, and yeah, like I had a different outlook. So can a man still have the right to say, you know, I don't want to, okay, fair enough, you were getting gangbanged at 14, like, fucking hell, I totally get it. And
what? What is this woman smoking? Straight out of the horse's mouth, guys. This is not me saying this, okay? That is crazy. Yeah, no, that's not a, oh, we'll just look over it and it's fine, I'm going to date her anyway type situation. You do this stuff, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
But I just think, like, can a man look at you and think you're a hoe, even though you've gone through that growth and you're not that person and you haven't slept with anybody for 4 or 5 years?
Is that what we're calling it now, guys? Going out and hooking up with a whole bunch of men. I didn't know that we were just calling this growth. Personal growth. Yeah, interesting phrasing. I love the reframing of these things, right? I didn't go out here and do X act. I just did insert something else that's positive, you know? It's like, this is the language that so many of these modern women use, guys. It's like they try and convince you that they didn't do something that is degenerate, or they didn't completely screw you over or betray you. They were just learning. They were just exploring themselves. But now, guys, they have a different outlook on life. And what is that outlook, you might ask? That outlook is using you for your resources.
Growth or not, that matters to a man. That just says you didn't value yourself enough, or didn't have a father in your life. You just allowed everyone to have a turn, knowing they didn't care about you. What about the trauma he's going to deal with from your past?
Tonight I am going to a new sex party out here in LA that requires everybody submit an STI test before you attend.
Wow, so straight away, bruv. Straight away, fam. Fam, she goes to parties where she gets to throw her box around with random strange men, bro. Yeah, and from her first line talking about, today I'm going to a party where everybody has to submit a STI checkup. Bro, that means that she usually goes to these kind of parties where they don't have to prove their bill of health. This is scary, bro.
That is horrifying. Why is this woman so red? Holy.
If you are sexually active and you know that you have an STD, then you need to inform people of that. Because when you don't, and you infect that person,
they turn very red.
You are changing their life forever, and they are making a decision that they do not know. Like, this shit is going to change the rest of my life.
Okay, I don't care. Keep crying. Not my problem. Guys, at a certain point, you just kind of tune out these videos, you know? There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of whinging. And what you'll essentially notice, guys, is that all of this crying and this whinging and complaining is all something that these women have inflicted upon themselves, you know? Oh, I'm 30 and I'm still looking for a man, or, oh, this awful thing happened. And it's like, okay, why did you allow it to happen in the first place, guys? You know, where's the personal accountability for any decisions that are being made? Oh, this guy didn't want a relationship with me, but I hooked up with him 35 times, so now I'm sad about it. Okay. Nobody made you hook up with this guy in the first place. No less than 35 times, by the way. Like, the logic here is not making sense. Let's continue on to the next clip. What is this, man?
If not, you may have to kiss your life goodbye.
Men with no hose. Where are you? What are you doing? Get your ass over here.
What is your confession?
No way. I definitely had a 5. What? And it was right after I got done with my white boyfriend, and it was all black guys.
This is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
What are the chances me and my homies and you have a 4?
10 out of 10.
What What are the chances we do that right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
in the middle of all this.
Nah, we got our B&B 5 minutes away.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Okay, we're skipping this. This is just straight up degenerate, man. You know, these guys, they're going to catch something. I don't know if this is scripted or not, but assuming it's not scripted, I mean, you're just going to go out there and you're going to catch a disease from that particular woman. But guys, we are probably going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.